you say this is pop.
My dad in particular, he was always quite extrovert. And so growing up in the hotel, you know, every child wants the attention of their parents and the people around. And especially when you're growing up in a place as chaotic as a hotel, there's a lot of people to entertain. Spend a lot of time trying to get attention, like any child does, you know, and we're doing different ways. My brothers did it by putting together a rock and roll band, and they spent a lot of time playing rock and roll. I did it by getting into circus. I really got into circus and did a lot of, I'd be the clown. I like to be the clown, make people laugh. And then my sister was more of she was more into Madonna and Bjork and all that kind of stuff. And she would make shows, like performances and shows, and dress up and play different parts and stuff. So we all just have different ways of expressing ourselves, I think. And so we were always, like, none of us ever get nervous before going on stage, just because we were sort of born into it, really.
But you gotta get back on it and live it to love it and live and love life, cause we all keep the bucket in the end.
I think usually impulses is where I usually start. Like what kind of impulse I work from is usually really important for me. Like, for example, when you write music for a film, the first conversation the director would have with the composer is which tempo are we going to have at this moment? You know, another way of saying, what's the impulse? You know, what's the feeling that you want to get? And so that's really important for my music, because it's a feeling which informs the story, which informs everything around it. So I tend to usually write the music first, but this summer, actually, for my next album, I've been thinking a lot about my next record. I've been trying to write as much as possible without music to see if I can do it the opposite way around more, which I didn't do so much. I did it for My Life as a Duck. That was all lyrics first. And then I kind of work with scenarios. Like, I'll wait for a scenario to come. I could have one line, or I could have nothing. I just have the music. And then I'll wait to get, like, Kick the Bucket, for example. At first I was singing something completely different, I can't even remember. And then I needed something more percussive, and Kick the Bucket was quite percussive, you know. And then I got that idea, and then I thought about, like, life and death and what my vision of it is, and it informed the whole thing, you know. My inspiration from going to India and the contrasts of living there to living here, and how we perceive age, you know, it's completely different thing. So I kind of got the whole scenario and the whole book in my head, you know. And then other things like more ethereal would be Calling Me, where I sort of wanted to write a song which was out of this mortal life. I wanted to write something beyond it and imagine myself from a different perspective, which was from the ghost looking down onto Earth after dying, you know. And so it's scenarios which kind of make me write.